There is a bridge outside your window you never dared to cross. You biked past it every day. You would find yourself staring at it at odd times. You even found yourself standing directly in front of it, deciding whether to cross it or not. Every time someone would call you back, your mother would tell you it's too dark. Your friends would drag you away. You'd hear the dull lull of an ice cream truck, or you'd just be scared. Scared of the other side. You could never see past the fog and the things you heard. How no one came out alive. It's a war zone for fools who outgrew the perfect home. It's the only unanswered question in all textbooks. It's a risk. A risk is something no one wants to take. Times change. From orange right and back to green, everything goes. The wheels on the life go round and round, but the bridge is still there. One night, you look up from a book to look at the bridge, illuminated by the moon. What if you crossed it? What if you ran to the other side? You have always wanted more than you had. You fought for yourself, and you lived to protect yourself. Crossing that bridge would rip apart the walls you lived in and expose you to wild. You decide to return to your book. It's easier to read about the protagonist lose it all than actually do so. The first ingredients of a perfect storm. The infamous spark. You reach a glitch and your whole system crashes. The walls you have built have been blown down by some metaphorical big bad wolf. Add some words and actions to the pileup and have it collapse in lightning and thunder that can be heard miles away. All the lights have blown out and no candles can be found. You stumble in dead silence, but your head is pounding. You cannot stop thinking. They've told you to avoid the risks, but the biggest one is dancing above your head. You've been living with it your whole life. So, why not? Why not answer your question and cross the bridge? The perfect storm has no hesitation and no fear. Guess what? You're the storm. You cross the bridge as if there's no tomorrow. And you've passed what's been the biggest obstacle in your life. Till the next day. Your problem is not mythical. It's neither monsters nor men. In fact, it's the things no one tells you about. It's your internal self-destruction telling you to go home. The risks that have grown on you, every word that dangles out of your mouth adds to the skin on your body, which is not the skin you were born with, because your whole life begins again when you've crossed the bridge. All that you thought you knew about yourself is a rumor, something you heard through the wire. The risks, the ones that have grown on you, are the ones you won't expect. Let me rephrase. They're the ones you never imagine. You're like a scientific theory proven wrong and have a new definition and a new reaction. You grow through succession, and you end up in a new state of mind. All roads are closed. You're forced to stay here. You're lost on what to do, walking into dark alleyways, tripping on air. It's sort of an Alice in Wonderland situation, till you stumble into a light switch. You want to dance because you finally reached your floor. You know what you're doing, and the path doesn't seem like a lost cause anymore. You throw away your tickets home because you found a house. It's not permanent or anything, but it's yours, and that's the most control you've ever had. You're playing your own board game, and although the dice doesn't always roll in your favor, you still have turns to go. You start to grow, spread your leaves, and become monumental. One day, you look up from a book to see something faded in the background. You look at it carefully and you realize it's back. The bridge looms in the distance, like a star in a constellation. You take a look around you and you realize you're standing in familiarity. You take a look out your window and you gasp. The bridge that seemed miles away is right in front of you, calling your name. You can hear the fear, the sound of everyone telling you not to go, but your head's a radio, and the minute that bridge is crossed, it changes stations. So you bid adieu. This time, there was no need for a perfect storm.